Hi everyone, welcome you once again to Micro Learning. This is Shailaja with the class 11 Economics, lesson number 1, Introduction to Microeconomics. So, today we are going to see 1.4.1 to 1.4.3. Just a recapitulation. We have seen about the four great economists. What is economics? I hope you remember that. Okay, the four great economists that we dealt was Adam Smith, Alfred Marshall, Lionel Robbins, and Paul Samuelson. Adam Smith says economics is a study about wealth. Alfred Marshall said economics is a study about welfare. Lionel Robbins said economics is a study about scarcity. And Paul Samuelson said economics is a study about growth. So, I hope you remember all this. Let us go to this is a recapitulation. So, you can see Adam Smith, Alfred Marshall, Lionel, Paul Samuelson, their contribution towards economics. Now, we are going to see the subject matter of economics. What are we really studying in economics? So, what is the first one? Wants. What do you mean by wants? Every human being have wants. And what type of wants he is having? Unlimited wants. For example, he goes to buy dress in a shop. Maybe it may his or her birthday. He buys the dress, and when he comes out, and when he sees another shop, another type of dress attracts him. So, he will demand for that particular product. Another example that I can give you is morning you have your breakfast. Afternoon what happens? After 1 or 2 hours again you feel hungry. You want something else to eat. So it keeps on recurring. So man's wants are always unlimited. So for that what we is supposed to do? He has to put efforts. Okay? What is the meaning of taking efforts? Something has to be produced when you take efforts. So, the next one is production. When production increases, automatically what happens? Distribution and exchange takes place. And finally, the consumption takes place. So, wants is there. Effort should be taken. When efforts are taken, production automatically increases. When production is increased, the produced product has to be distributed, and then it has to be exchanged because there should be a price for the commodity. And last, the consumer consumes the product. So last is consumption. So now let us look into detail about the subject matter of economics. So the first point says what is the behavior of an individual and a group? What is the behavior of an individual and a group? So how does an individual behave? How does a group behave? Okay, each of them are having different types of behavior. For that, production has to take place in order to satisfy the individual as well as the group. The second one tells you there is consumption, there is production. Okay, when there is production, automatically there should be consumption. So distribution has to be done. Among the factors of production, I hope you remember the 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, and organization. Now, economics studies the way in which people use the available resources, because we already know resources are very scarce. So, human beings makes these resources into multiple times into various wants. He diverts the resources. Next one we are saying is scarcity. Scarcity, all of us know there is a shortfall. Okay, but what about the people wants? Are they able to get it as such? So scarcity is a problem. Okay, there is a gap always between what the people want and what they are able to get. Okay, we go to a market We have in mind to buy a particular product that may not be available. So what do? You go for an alternative. Next one. Scarcity can be eliminated either by limiting the human wants, like how they do in socialism. The government produces only certain products, that is, there are only few in number, so people do not have choice there. So here also they said, because of the scarcity, what can be done? They have to limit the human wants. Next one is economics is concerned with activities of human beings only. Okay, so economics studies only about the human behavior and his wants and his efforts. The activities of rational human being are the subject matter of, so how rational he is behaving. And all human activities are related to wealth. Okay, so this is what we are learning in the subject matter of economics. Right. So we have seen about the scarcity, how it is playing a major role in our economy, because we can see all the resources are getting depleted year to year. Now, when the subject economics came into existence, there was a doubt whether economics is an art or a science. So now you will be wondering, is economics an art or a science? And yes, definitely economics can be both an art as well as a science. We can put it in practical because we are applying it to human, and what is human's reaction we are seeing. So the first one says economics as an art, because practical application, because man has to think and he has a goal for himself. Next, economic provides guidance to the solution of all economic problems. Okay, so economics is providing a guideline for what? To solve all types of problem that is existing. And we have two great economists who regarded economics as an art. Who is he? A.C. Pigou and Alfred Marshall. So economics, you can see now there is a counter argument, economics as a science. So they say science is a systematic study of knowledge. We systemize it one after the other. Now what is given here? Relevant facts are collected. Okay, so for example, there is inflation in the country. We collect the facts. Okay, why? What is the reason behind it? Why the prices are rising? How is the income in the country? All this we still analyze it. So we are analyzing with facts. Then it studies the causes as well as the efforts. So we have Robbins, Jordan, Robertson. They are saying it's a science. As we study physics and chemistry, same way economics is also a science, because we have to know what is the cause. We should know what is the effect that is going to happen. You can take example inflation itself. We have to study what is the cause for inflation. Okay, what is the effect of inflation? For example, prices of commodities are increasing. Okay, is it because of inflation? All this we have to think about. So Robinson, Jordan and Robertson are saying economics is also like how we study physics and chemistry. So economics examine causes, effects of the problem. If the prices of the commodities are rising, is it because of inflation or is there any other reason? Why the bank rate has decreased? Why the bank rate has increased? We have to analyze them. We have to examine them. Then only you will know what's a real situation in the economy. Next is economics is a positive or a normative science? So what is positive? What is normative? I can give you with an example. When we say it is positive, example, high interest rates will damper house prices. Okay, high interest rate will damper the house prices. Now what is this information telling you? It's just trying to seek and understand the behavior without making any judgment about what is going to be the outcomes. So a statement, general statement has been left out. High interest rate will damper house prices. So this we call it as positive. We do not know what, there is no generalization as such. Generally a statement is being uttered. But what is normative science? Normative sense, for example, we can tell you higher education should be free. Okay? So you are evaluating whether it is good or bad here under normative. Positive you are accepting as it is. Normative you have to analyze it. You are evaluating it. So they have given positives what it is. What ought to be. That is what it is you accept as it is. This is because of this. But when it comes to normative, is it because of this inflation has arisen, or is it because of the bank rate? We think of alternatives over here. Okay, so you are evaluating it. You can have to and fro arguments under normative. Positive can be proved. This cannot be proved because why it cannot be proved, as we give various ideas, various ideas pours in when it comes to argument. Descriptive, it tells you it should be this way or it should be that way. Connects causes and effect. It is just making a recommendation, because higher education should be free. It's a recommendation that is being done. Here it is having an objective. This is supposed to be a subjective topic. It tells you what it is. This is perspective. So I have given you an example here. Example, time of price rise. Example, increase in interest rate. So time of price rise, we say December month price rises, August month price rises. Okay, positive. Normative, why this has happened? Okay, because of the interest rate. Is it so? So we have an argument and evaluation that takes place. So you have a worksheet. What are the subject matter of economics? Is economics an art or a science? What is the difference between positive and normative economics? Those who are watching the channel for the first time, please click on to the bell button for further notifications and please support me. Thank you.